For over a decade, LowTierGod crafted a flashy online image, designer outfits, thick chains, and non-stop talk like he had life mastered. On camera, he carried himself like a self-made king who had everything handled, but behind the scenes, reports claimed he was over $120,000 in debt and had never met his 10-year-old daughter.
Nice.
The persona looked polished, but the reality painted a different picture.
You forgot to shower, you forgot to eat, you even forget to take a piss. Keeping up with those habits continuously will have you looking like this guy.
Back in 2014, Dale Wilson was just another small Street Fighter streamer trying to stand out. He used low-tier characters that most players avoided.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
That choice became his brand, and the name LowTierGod stuck. But viewers were not tuning in for next-level skill. They were there for the rage, the outbursts, and the unpredictable reactions. Outside the matches, Dale built a reputation for toxic behavior and using racist language. In late 2013, he uploaded a video targeting Tor Boogie. The video spread quickly, but the response was mostly criticism. It showed how far he was willing to go for attention. His pattern was simple: lose a match, blame someone else, insult the opponent, then repeat. For a while, that formula kept his name buzzing. Then came Viscant. For months, Dale talked trash about him on stream and over Xbox Live. The problem was that when they played casual sets, Dale was losing most of the time. Instead of letting it go, he escalated the situation by uploading a full YouTube video using Viscant as an example of why fighting game players are single. It was personal and public. Viscant did not ignore it. He responded directly and challenged Dale to a Street Fighter money match. Dale accepted, claiming he would take Viscant's money and donate it just to prove he was not broke. When they finally played, the outcome followed the same pattern. Viscant, a former EVO champion, won the set 10-6. After the match, he delivered an insult that quickly became part of fighting game culture.
What's up with the DPs and neutral that ain't f***ing yak?
He even referred to LowTierGod as the Black DSP, comparing him to another infamous rage quitter known for blaming lag, controllers, and stream snipers instead of taking responsibility. That comparison stuck with the community and became another chapter in Dale's long-running online saga. The money match ended up going viral, pulling in over 600,000 views on that episode alone. It pushed Dale Wilson into daily internet infamy as the ultimate sore loser. But what came next shifted his image from entertaining rage gamer to something a lot more disturbing. By 2017, he was losing more often to stronger players, and the meltdowns became part of the content cycle. The losses were expected. The reactions were the real show.
Went on Twitter, called this guy out, called him a has-been, called him a rape face, Charles Manson, anything you could think of. This dude looks like a fucking zombie out of The Walking Dead.
One opponent, though, stood above the rest. Broly Legs was a globally ranked Chun-Li specialist, competing at the highest levels of Street Fighter. What made him remarkable was that he played using only his mouth because of a severe muscular disability. Before the match even began, Dale crossed a line that shocked many viewers. He compared Broly Legs to Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, mocking his disability in a way that left people uncomfortable. When the match played out, the result was predictable. A mid-level rage streamer facing a world-class competitor rarely ends in an upset. Broly Legs handled the situation with far more composure than Dale showed. After Dale rage quit, Broly Legs posted a screenshot and wrote, offering that if l.t.d wants to level up his game, he can be tutored by me personally.
He's been disrespecting me for a while. I already beat him. I beat him 20-6. It goes back further than that. He's been disrespecting me for a while. He keeps using my name and then he keeps ducking me. I mean, if you're gonna talk shit, then don't duck. If you're gonna talk, then back it up. If you're gonna be a bitch, then run like a bitch.
It was a calm, almost generous response. Dale's reply followed his usual pattern and did nothing to cool things down. The fighting game community reacted strongly.
I'm gonna donate it to Super Arcade. I don't even want the money. Apparently everybody online thinks I'm a broke fuck, which I'm not.
And you're gonna wanna come back at me. And you're gonna wanna wash the taste of my dick out of your mouth.
The criticism was sharp, but the outrage only boosted Dale's visibility. More backlash meant more clicks, and more clicks meant more momentum. His treatment of Broly legs exposed a side of him many viewers found hard to defend. Still, the next viral moment would push him into full meme territory. In April 2020, while streaming Super Smash Bros., a persistent troll named Flute kept rejoining his Twitch chat after repeated bans. The meltdown was recorded, clipped, and reposted everywhere, collecting hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube within days.
Even though Viscant said all the shit, he's a decent player. Simple as that. I'm not going to come in here and completely bash him. I've done enough of that on Twitter. Simply for idiots with low IQ. So that's exactly what it is. What? Keep talking behind the mic.
People were actually entertained by his rants, leaving comments like, "It's like watching the Mona Lisa being painted," and "My therapist when my credit card declines." The chaos became performance art to some viewers. It also proved that Dale Wilson understood one thing clearly: attention equals money. The louder the meltdown, the more the algorithm fed it. But later in 2020, he stepped into territory that many felt crossed serious lines. That year, Dale matched up against Zero Blast, a trans Street Fighter content creator named Sarah. As with many matches against skilled opponents, he lost. But instead of focusing on gameplay, he went on a transphobic rant that drew immediate backlash. Viewers pushed back in real time, with one saying, "I know l.t.d talks a lot and doesn't mean it sometimes, but dude, you got kids watching your stream. This is what you're teaching them."
I'm tired of this fat popping up in all my fucking search engines when I'm looking for a fucking workout video. That fucking disgusting, ass-smelling, non-vegetable eating, cook on a George Foreman grill just to drink out the drip tray, wide load.
The criticism was not subtle. The situation escalated further when Dale dug up old clips of Zero Blast using racial slurs in past content. Once those clips resurfaced, both players faced consequences. Tournament organizers announced that after derogatory comments from both sides circulated online, they were banned indefinitely from major events, including Community Effort Orlando and the Evolution Championship Series that July and August. In 2021, Zero Blast appealed the ban and issued a public apology, writing, "I'm sorry this was brought up to you. If you are supporting me, I would also like to apologize to the black community for casually throwing racial SL around. If this made you felt differently about me, I'm sorry." After reviewing the situation, Capcom decided to lift her ban, stating they believed she had shown remorse for her past behavior. Dale's situation turned out differently. He remained permanently banned. Many in the competitive scene pointed to his long history of offensive and insensitive comments toward other players. With multiple prior bans and repeated controversies, organizers appeared unconvinced that he had taken accountability. The ruling effectively barred him from Capcom Pro Tour events and EVO stages, cutting him off from the core of the professional fighting game world.
Should split like a fucking hot dog, let them tuck it in, make a pussy and a clippers out of your scary ass motherfucker while you sitting here playing Street Fighter, bitch, playing that shit 24/7. Really be about that life and really get your dick split and turned into a bitch.
For most players, being permanently removed from competitive tournaments would end their career on the spot. But Dale did not fade away. Instead, he pivoted. If he could not dominate in brackets, he would find another way to dominate attention. And this time, the fallout would get far more personal.
You're one of the most well-known gets that keep coming in every stream after you get banned thousands of times to suck my virtual every stream.
In 2019, YouTuber June the King released a 28-minute documentary titled LowTierGod Story. The video broke down Dale Wilson and his long list of controversies using nothing but public clips from Dale's own streams. At first, the documentary was taken down through a third-party claim. 2 weeks later, it was restored after June filed a counterclaim. What many people do not realize is that filing a counterclaim on YouTube requires submitting your full legal name, mailing address, email, and phone number for legal correspondence. That process raised eyebrows because it meant personal information had to be handed over during the dispute. The situation only fueled more sarcasm online. The tone was brutal and unapologetic. Beyond the copyright drama, things escalated further.
Win or lose, I win. Niggas are riding my black peanut butter complexion.
Dale went on stream and made repeated, detailed threats about what he would do if he ever ran into June in person. Viewers were disturbed. Even people who were not familiar with the full backstory stumbled across the clips and reacted negatively. Comments ranged from confusion to outright concern about how far the rhetoric was going. On Reddit, one user described him as someone who tries to appear dominant in crowds, but targets people he sees as weaker. They pointed out that in past competitive matches, when faced with skilled opponents, he struggled to keep composure. The criticism centered less on gaming ability and more on emotional control. Over time, what started as a reaction to a documentary turned into a 2-year campaign of hostility. The constant responses, threats, and attempts to silence critics gave the impression that he would go to extreme lengths to attack anyone who challenged his image. Instead of shutting the narrative down, it amplified it and kept the controversy alive. By December 2022, Dale Wilson ran into a different kind of loss, and this time it was not inside a fighting game. During one of his YouTube streams, he was reacting to videos pulled from other websites, something he did often while talking with his chat. That stream led to a strike for allegedly displaying strong violence or nudity. The penalty blocked him from uploading or going live for 7 days. Most creators would have taken the suspension, stayed quiet, and waited it out. Dale chose another route. Instead of pausing, he began streaming and uploading on a secondary channel while the main one was restricted. Viewers quickly pointed out that this looked like suspension evasion. He dismissed the warnings in real time, brushing them off like it was not serious. YouTube did not see it that way. The platform terminated his account for violating suspension rules. His main channel, which had over 165,000 subscribers, was removed along with the backup.
Fortunately, Broadly Legs has passed away. My condolences to him and his family. Regardless of what idiots on the internet try to believe, I did really respect the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Years of content disappeared overnight. The hit landed harder than any tournament loss. On Twitter, Dale publicly asked YouTube to reconsider and give him another chance, but the decision stood. For the first time in years, his primary source of income was gone. That could have been a turning point. Instead, the controversy deepened. On February 10th, 2024, YouTuber SH released a video titled Low-Tier Groomer. The upload compiled timeline details and public records that raised serious questions about Dale's past relationship with his ex-girlfriend, Elena. The claims centered on their ages when the relationship reportedly began. Another creator, Shang Tsung, had previously shared a video titled Proof l.t.d. is 39, which included a legal document listing Dale's birth date as November 19, 1984. Based on that information, he would have been 30 years old in August 2014.
Like him would run from me in person, and he wouldn't be able to run from me because I would catch his pipsqueak, choke him out till he begged me for life.
SH's video connected these public timestamps, posts, and documents in a way that made the timeline difficult to ignore. The allegations shifted the conversation away from gaming drama and into far more serious territory, forcing many former viewers to re-examine everything they thought they knew about Dale's past. When the February 2024 Exposé dropped, it spread fast across the gaming space, climbing past 300,000 views and sparking heavy debate. Still, that controversy was only part of the bigger picture. For more than a decade, Dale presented himself as a symbol of success. Designer outfits, flashy chains, constant talk about being superior, and a lifestyle his critics supposedly could not touch. The image was polished and confident.
Get out the stream. You're gone. You're ruining the way I'm playing matches. You're ruining everything. You're ruining my mood. Exit the stream. I don't want you here no more. You literally killed my entire vibe.
I'm not gonna leave.
I don't want you on my stream.
Okay.
For the million.
Are you going to physically remove me from the room?
Next stream, don't come up over there. I'm dead serious.
You're going to have to physically
Don't come up.
Then in July 2023, leaked financial documents told a different story. Reports showed he was over $120,000 in total debt. One detail that caught attention was a $66,000 loan tied to a Dodge Charger. Online critics quickly questioned the logic behind taking on that kind of debt while projecting financial dominance. Comments described the car purchase as reckless and unnecessary. The contrast between the public persona and the paperwork was sharp, but the debt was not the only revelation. On July 11, 2024, a Twitter user shared documents claiming Dale has a 10-year-old daughter, reportedly born around 2014. According to the paperwork shown, he was ordered to pay $748 per month in child support. The child's mother has not been publicly identified, and her privacy has largely been respected in discussions. What intensified the backlash was documentation suggesting that formal child support agreements were not signed until 2023, nearly a decade after the child's birth. Online critics interpreted that timeline as a lack of involvement. Multiple YouTubers picked up the story, producing breakdowns and commentary videos. The reactions were harsh, with many viewers expressing disappointment and questioning how someone who built a brand around dominance and success could have such unresolved personal responsibilities behind the scenes. By this point, the conversation surrounding Dale was no longer just about gaming, trash talk, or internet drama. It had shifted into deeper questions about accountability, image, and the gap between performance and reality. He's $121,000 in debt. Dude has a child. Dude is a child. That comment summed up how a lot of viewers felt when the documents surfaced. When someone confronted Dale Wilson about his daughter during a live stream, his reaction instantly went viral. Instead of calming the situation, his response added fuel to it. The clip spread fast, and the fighting game community gave him a new nickname that stuck: LowTierGod.
You're a product of casual sex. Wait, hold on, you're pulling a gun on me? Absolutely, bruh. Get the f off my doorstep. I did not agree to have you. If it's a girl, did I stutter? Get off the doorstep. You are not one of my authentic children. Get out of here.
For years, Dale built his brand on dominance, success, and talking down on everyone else. Now critics argued that the image was propped up by debt and unresolved personal responsibilities. The fatherhood revelation would have been a breaking point for many public figures. For Dale, it became another chapter in the chaos. Then came an unexpected twist. In October 2025, after a 3-year appeal process, YouTube reinstated his account. Dale announced the return on Twitter, saying he had been wrongfully banned back on December 22nd over something minor, and that he had officially been cleared to return. The reset came with a catch though. His channel metrics were wiped, and he had to rebuild from zero. He immediately started making the rounds. He appeared on No Jumper, openly talking about personal struggles, including addiction. He streamed with Aiden Ross, one of the internet's most controversial streamers, and showed up on iShowSpeed's platform, reaching millions who may not have known his history. In 2024, he was even invited to present at the Streamer Awards. To some viewers, it looked like the beginning of a redemption arc. Dale also made public statements expressing support for the trans community, which stood in contrast to past controversies. Some fans claimed he had shown real growth. Comments started popping up saying, "l.t.d. has had the best character development of all time." For a moment, it seemed like he might finally be shifting direction. But the calm did not last. On December 21st, 2025, he was banned from Twitch for the 7th time. The official reason was not publicly detailed, though some viewers speculated it may have involved alleged verbal threats. Instead of stepping back, Dale went live on Kick the same day, treating the suspension like routine business. Viewers quickly reacted, pointing out the disconnect between his claims of growth and the repeated platform bans. One comment summed up the mood: "I'm still laughing at how he says he's doing so much better than his trolls." For many watching, the cycle looked less like redemption and more like repetition. Because last time anyone checked, this same guy was reportedly $121,000 in debt and dealing with child support obligations. That contrast still follows Dale Wilson everywhere online. As of January 2026, Dale holds on to a modest presence on YouTube and Kick. His YouTube channel sits at nearly 15,000 subscribers, and he continues to upload consistently. The numbers, though, tell a quieter story. Most videos average only a few thousand views, and a noticeable portion of the audience appears to be critics, trolls chasing reactions, or commentary channels tracking his every move for content. The rage clips that once fueled viral moments now circulate in smaller waves. Over on Kick, his account shows close to 40,000 followers. On paper, that looks solid. In practice, most streams hover around 3,000 viewers. It is stable, but far from the explosive growth he once projected. The larger-than-life persona has shrunk shrunk into a niche corner of the internet where longtime watchers and skeptics still tune in. Even with all the setbacks, platform bans, and public controversies, this current stretch feels different. For once, he is not dominating headlines over a fresh scandal. Whether this phase turns into real redemption or just a quieter chapter is still up for debate. What do you think about LowTierGod's journey? Has he really changed, or is this just another cycle waiting to repeat? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, subscribe to the Beyond Fame channel, share this video, and I'll see you in the next one.